انتو برفقة صوت الغد تحية لكل اللي انضموا لنا. We are delighted to welcome an inspiring woman who has made a remarkable contributions to our community through her service on the local council. Her journey is not only a testament to dedication, but also a shining example of what women can achieve when they step into leadership roles. I'm delighted to have her in our studio, Deputy Mayor of Canterbury-Bankstown, Rachelle Harika. We have the privilege to hear her story today and learn from her experiences and discuss the vital role of women in leadership and empowerment. Also, we have in our studio our friend, the CEO of Canterbury-Bankstown Chamber of Commerce, Wally Mehanna. أهلا وسهلا فيك. He will emphasize on best recommendations and women empowerment strategies to improve women's role in business. أهلا وسهلا.
Thank you, Sitna.
تحية لكم من صوت الغد. مشوارنا اليوم كتير حلو ومميز. رح نحكي عن قصة نجاح، بس كمان بدنا نحكي عن المرأة بعالم البزنس. بداية مع رشال، من رحب فيك مجددا ومن قلك تهانينا. I would like to congratulate you for being re-elected as Deputy Mayor. مبروك، بتستاهليها وبتستحقيها.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the kind introduction as well.
Yeah. First of all, what motivated you to run for local council?
So what motivated me was I just wanted to make a difference to the local community and also represent women at a young age as well, because I was elected in 2017 at the age of 23. So we were so used to councillors being at such an older age, so I wanted to break that barrier and put my hand forward and challenge that role. And I'm representing women of diverse backgrounds at a young age.
What were the biggest challenges so far?
The biggest challenges, well, at the start when I was elected, not a lot of people believed that I was elected onto council. So it's about those were the challenges, to be honest with you, because everyone was very used to older people with better knowledge, and people just assumed that younger people didn't have that knowledge or skills to be able to step up to that role. So I believe that was the most challenging part, but along the way, I had a very good support system, and I've learnt a lot of things, and a lot of people believed in me and trusted my work.
What achievements in your role are you most proud of?
Is the social infrastructure upgrades that I'm most proud of. I'm focusing on improving our local roads. I'm focusing on improving, installing more footpaths in Bass Hill Ward, particularly where I represent. Also upgrades to playgrounds. In Villawood, for instance, it's been long neglected, and I'm really proud that we're going to get a multi-million-dollar community facility happening at Thorina Park, as well as a multi-million-dollar playground that's going to come about at Goonda Reserve.
Oh, wow. And how do you balance community expectation with practical limitations in decision making?
Oh, it's very, very challenging, because our community expect a lot from us, which is very understanding, because they want the best for their local surroundings, the environment where they live. So I do respect that. It's just about being very upfront, honest. So anyone that do come up to me who are wanting things achieved within their local area, I do represent them, and whatever I do the most best to ensure that delivery happens. But if it doesn't, you just got to be upfront with the local person.
Did you have any mentors or role models who guided you on this journey?
I did behind the scenes. I did. I have a very, very good support system. I've got a good support system from local federal members like Tony Burke, Jason Clare, and on the local level I have.
هن بمنطقتك، يعني بنفس المنطقة.
They are, and I'm very, very blessed.
تحية للوزير أول شيء.
Yes.
توني بيرك، وأيضا لجيسون كلير.
Yes.
الوزير، تحية لأنهم كتير كبيرة. رح نحكي هلأ عن women in leadership. كتير مهم بالنسبة للمرأة إنه تنجح وتتقدم وتتطور. What unique qualities do you think women bring to leadership in local government particularly?
The unique qualities, I feel like as though it's just, I feel like we don't have a kind of unique quality. It's just more about standing up for our local community. That's one of the qualities that we should, as a responsibility for each councillor should have. I feel like we should be all equal when we do stand up for on council. So that's what I think.
And how do you navigate? Honestly speaking, how do you navigate gender biases and stereotypes in political spaces?
You just got to power through, I guess. Sometimes you do come across people who kind of dismiss you because you're a woman, and they tend to wanting to lean towards, the male counsellors. And I have experienced that along the way throughout the years, and you just got to power through. You got to have that resilience in you to just keep on going, and you've got to have that positive mindset. Otherwise, if you don't and you're on council, then it won't be good for you, to be honest.
Do you believe that female leaders are held to higher standards than male counterparts?
I don't believe. No, I don't believe. I feel like as though, to be honest, it's harder for women to stand on council as opposed to male, because within our culture, I feel like the female has a huge responsibility, especially if they're married with children. It's a huge responsibility, and it takes a lot of your personal life away when you're on council, because you've got to attend to numerous events each week, especially on the weekday. So for women who do have family, I feel like as though it is challenging, because women have to look after the children. Let's face it.
And what makes you a strong woman?
Yeah.
What makes you a strong woman, Rachelle?
Strong woman.
It's her star sign.
The Taurus, yeah, that's right. I like to. Yes, the bull. So it's just being resilient is my biggest strength. I believe that's got me throughout the years being on council.
So resilience played in your success.
Correct.
A big role.
Yes. Yeah.
Fair enough. كيف بتعلق?
Look,
how would you comment on?
Rachelle, from an individual perspective, I'm attracted to her humility, تواضعها, حضورها, وحتى even لما بتكون عم تحدثيها بتحسي انه في عم تتسمع لك، الاحترام موجود، وبالنهاية ما بتوعدك بشيء ما فيها تأمنه. So she doesn't over-exaggerate her capabilities, but she does listen carefully, and she does show commitment. And I think her elegancy, her respect to others is a shining star. And
ولي بتتعامل دائما كل يوم مع أعضاء ومع مسؤولين بالكونسلز، خاصة بمنطقة كانتربري-بانكستاون. في ببعض الأحيان بيصير في تعارض، بيصير في مثلا مطالب وما بيكونوا موافقين عليها. بهالحالات كيف بتتعامل معهم؟
هلا نحن from the Canterbury-Bankstown Chamber of Commerce we work with all level of government, and we need to, لأنه without that kind of relationship we're unable to advocate for the business community and the community in general. Hence why that relationship is very important, and we tend to table the case, genuinely, and they do listen. Now, sometimes if it's beyond their capabilities, we tend to elevate and go to the next level up. So from local council, we can go to the state level, and if we need to, go to the federal level. But so far, we've been very blessed that all our decision makers here, very respectfully, they are good listeners, and they do act. And they do sort of, show interest in helping and supporting.
ولما بنحكي عن تمكين المرأة, women empowerment, شو ممكن إنك تقول؟
We're great advocate for that. And on the board, actually, we have Tracy Alexakis, we have Antoinette Khalil, and we have Jessica Wehby on the board. And each lady is chairing a committee and advocating for, for other women to be elevated and to be seen, given a leadership role. And we don't shy away from involving our women. Even we have one of our amazing ladies, her name's Safi Najreen. She's the chair of the youth committee. So we tend to embrace women leadership in anything we do and encompass them and give them a chance to be seen at the front line.
Rachelle, what does it mean to you, women empowerment? How would you define it?
It means a lot to me. It's really important. And can I just emphasize on what Wally has been saying? Just to add on to that, he always holds events for International Women's Day, and he empowers women by getting inspiring women in various roles that are, in male-dominant sector to get up on stage and speak about their story, and that empowers other women. That empowers me. So just other women supporting each other is really, really important. And Wally does an amazing job in ensuring the women are always there represented at any level, as well as holding events to ensure they've got a platform for them to explain and have their say, their story.
In your opinion, how can local councils play a stronger role in empowering women? You just emphasised on what he said in terms of Chamber of Commerce, but what about local government?
Local government. So for instance, for myself in 2021, I was one of the ambassadors for Stand Up for Your Community campaign. So because there was a lot of diverse women who weren't standing up for council due to various reasons. So I was, as a councillor, had been that ambassador for Canterbury-Bankstown to explain my story and to encourage other women to step forward and be on council, which is really important.
That is excellent. And can you tell us what policies or mainly what initiatives have you supported that directly benefit women in your community?
The initiatives are so council holds their International Women's Day, as well as they are champion in supporting other women groups around in the local Canterbury-Bankstown area. So any women who do hold various events, council has supported them with grants, which is really important for them to do their work to support the community.
And what messages mainly would you like to send to women who feel their voices aren't being heard, for instance, or to women who are facing big challenges at the moment?
Never be afraid to speak up or speak to a trusted friend or even a community leader that you look up to. It's really important to have that communication dialogue because you just never know. You gain something rather than lose something when you have that conversation. So I just think don't be afraid. I know that it's really scary to speak up or have that talk, but it's really important to connect with other women and inspire each one another.
How do you see the future of women in politics and leadership evolving in the next decade or two?
I see a shift. In this new generation, the younger generation. They are championing, higher level roles that I have never seen before. So I have a big belief in that. And in politics, especially the party that I represent, Labor, they are very supportive in women in standing up for roles, whether it's on a local level, state or federal level.
Let's talk about the upgrades and developments in your area. We spoke about this before with Mayor Bilal Al-Hayek, but I'd like to emphasize more on the new upgrades. I heard some good news about a new hospital.
Yeah, the $2 billion hospital from New South Wales government. It's been long talked about for many years. We've seen designs, we've seen the layout of it, we've seen, there's just been a lot of speculations, but never on the piece of paper or a site. So it's good to hear that this hospital is coming, and it will be very, very good for our local area. And we've got Sophie Cottis, who's championed the $350 million for Canterbury Hospital, which has been long neglected for many years.
Wonderful news. And what about in Bankstown area? There are other developments also. Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, so the metro's coming, which is really exciting. I feel like Bankstown has been long neglected for many years. So we want to try and have Bankstown, into a health and education precedent, because you've got the Western Sydney University there. I'm hoping for Bankstown to have a bit of a nightlife as well. Wally has been very supportive of that.
Night economy.
Yeah, you had the Minister, John Graham, come and talk about that as well.
So when you say nightlife,
yeah,
can you give us an idea? What do you mean?
Not clubbing.
Okay, just give it, because
it's
you know how it is.
Hours of trading for local businesses.
Okay.
Because these days when we finish work at around sometimes 8 p.m. these days, and local restaurants, they close at about 8:30, 9 p.m. and we've got nowhere to eat. And sometimes I have to go all the way to Canley Vale because you've got restaurants that are open trading up until 11 p.m. I want to see that in Bankstown. I want to spend money in my local area. I want to support our local businesses. So we want to ensure that their trading hours are extended so people are able to come and eat and not having to go elsewhere because the restaurants are closed at such an early time.
What about this?
Night economy is
How
crucial.
would you
So,
comment
look,
that? Yeah?
we need to have a...
This
we
is
need-
good for business.
Absolutely. We need opportunities for business to... Like, we need people to come and dine and wine after 5 and 7 o'clock. There's no question about it. And this is a team effort between council and state government to make sure that there's regulations and red tapes being sort of removed to make it easier for businesses to start trading and to help declare areas, CBDs, open for business and come along.
Wally, you're very much engaged in the community, and you work closely with businesses in Canterbury-Bankstown and other areas as well.
Correct.
So what is your advice for women who want to open businesses in your area?
Obviously, we encourage them and we help them to step up. And in fact, October is a small business month. And we are holding an event where, in collaboration with Council, Kylie Wilkinson, Small Business Commissioner, and the Minister of Small Business herself. And we managed to reach out to a couple of small businesses who are female operators to be sponsors with the event, and as a way to showcase them and provide them as a lead and example. So we are trying to motivate females to be entrepreneurs and to start their own business. Any journey, any pathways, we are always there to support them and to guide them.
Rachelle, what are your future goals?
My future goals, it's very interesting. Wally is smiling. Look, I want to, my future goal, I want to remain in politics, wherever it may take me or lead
Local
me.
or federal?
Oh, wherever the wind blows. Because in politics, they say a day...
That's what happens. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? You're always in local government, and then you get to be a mayor one day. And then after that, there's a shift
Yeah. You
into
know,
federal politics.
in politics, you just don't know where you end up.
Was it your dream since you were little, or
Not really, to be
not
honest
really.
with you. Not really. I just got into politics in 2015, actually. Yeah, that was my interests. I never have thought in my life that I would ever become a councillor or deputy mayor at the moment. So yeah, my field of work, because I studied social science major in criminology, and I was always interested in, the federal police criminology side. So never would have thought I'll be in politics, and here I am today. And that's why I say you just never know in politics where you end up.
Well, she's here today, and I feel and I can predict that it's a sailing ship, and the wind is heading towards the east.
Yeah, all the best. All
Thank
the
you.
best, Rachelle. If you were the Prime Minister of Australia, what's the first thing on your agenda?
I have one condition for that. I'd love to be the ambassador for Lebanon. So that would be a condition if you become the Prime Minister.
What would you do first
What would I do first?
if you were to change a law?
Oh, that's very yeah.
I'll make it easy. I'll make it easier. There's no need to change laws, but I think she will create a lot of scholarships to help facilitate and encourage women to...
That's
What
follow
about
their dreams.
المساواة بالأجور للمرأة والرجل؟
Oh, that's already happening. It's based on...
bad.
Oh, still not... Oh,
bad.
okay. We need to push harder.
yeah.
Until now, women get paid less than men.
Yes.
Would you do something about that?
Correct. I would definitely do something about that. I would definitely. I feel like as though women, we've got to play a role in advocating for change. And I do see that in the coming years, that change will be coming, definitely.
Any final message?
No, I'd just like to thank you for having me today, Suzanne. You yourself, you're empowering women as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you على
And thank you
هالكلام
to
الحلو.
Wally as well. We're very blessed to have Wally as the Chamber of Commerce CEO in Canterbury-Bankstown.
Likewise.
And hopefully you don't go anywhere.
It's a team effort.
والي شو بتحب تقول كلمة أخيرة؟
Look, we're proud of our community. We thank you, Suzanne, for giving us a voice and a platform to talk about amazing stories and inspiring stories. And I think we should not underestimate the power of our community. We are a leading example for others.
Thank you so much. أحبائي، كنا بلقاء مباشر مع نائبة رئيس البلدية لكانتربري بانكستاون رشال حريقة، وطبعا ولي مهنا صديق البرنامج بدي سميه، بطل بس له صفة بتشامبر اوف كوميرس صديق البرنامج. أهلا وسهلا فيك. أحبائي، بنتوقف للحظات، من بعدها بنرجع بنتابع مع بقية فقرات برنامجنا لليوم. كونوا معنا.